Very good morning, dear students. Today we are going to discuss some important concepts which are the useful for most important for in the objective type or entrance point of view. First of all, singular matrix. A square matrix capital A is said to be singular if the determinant of A equal to 0. Means singular means a square matrix whose det means the determinant equal to 0 means that is a singular matrix. A square matrix whose determinant is not equal to 0, that is non-singular square matrix. Then whether identity element is identity matrix is singular or not, whatever it may be ordered. Suppose 2 by 2 matrix, identity matrix I am taking 1 0 0 1. So the determinant of identity matrix, so product of the principal diagonal elements, that is 1. So identity matrix is a non-singular square matrix, so that singular means determinant of A equal to 0, non-singular means determinant of A is not equal to 0. Then adjoint of a square matrix. So what is adjoint of a square matrix? Suppose A is one square matrix. A equal to matrix A I J of order n by n I am taking. So what is the definition of adjoint of A? It is denoted by adjoint of A. So just I am taking, this is 3 by 3 matrix, order 3 by 3. So 3 by 3 matrix order means elements are A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, A33. So this is the given matrix A. First we have to calculate cofactors of elements of capital A. Cofactors of A11 cofactor means capital A11, capital A12, capital A13, capital A21, capital A22, capital A23, A31, A32, A33. So this is the cofactors of elements of capital A, that is we are calling cofactor of A. So what is adjoint of A? See here, adjoint of A nothing but transpose of cofactors of A. Transpose of cofactors of A, nothing but, this is the cofactor of A means it's a transpose. How to write it's a transpose? A11, A12, A13. So second row becomes second column, A21, A22, A23. So this is A31, A32, A33. So this is the adjoint of a square matrix capital A. It is also denoted by ADJ of A. Means we are reading adjoint of A. So like that we have to calculate adjoint of a square matrix. What is the adjoint of, see, what is the adjoint of diagonal matrix? Suppose one matrix A, if I take A 0 0, 0 B 0, 0 0 C. So how to calculate adjoint of A? We have to calculate. So what is the definition? Transpose of cofactors of elements. Means A first row first element cofactor we have to calculate. If you close this column and this row, this is BC. So if you want to take plus minus plus, this is minus plus minus, this is plus minus plus. You observe, if you close this column and this row means this is BC. So this is BC. Then this row, this column if you close means 0. For this element means this row, this column 0 minus BC. Then second row, first column we have to close. Second row, first column AC, that is 0. Second row, second column if you close means this is AC. Second row, third column means 0 minus 0. Third row, first column means 0. This is also 0. Third row, third column means EB. So finally, here what is there? BC 0 0. It becomes first column. BC 0 0. 0 AC 0 0 AC 0. This is the row becomes third column 0 0. It will be AB. So very clear. A is a diagonal matrix means how to write directly adjoint of a square matrix C. First A is there. So in this place product of another two elements BC. Here 0 0. This is also 0. Instead of this place product of AC 0 0. Instead of this place product of AB. So like this we have to write direct step. Whenever if they given a diagonal matrix whose adjoint is like this. Suppose 2 by 2 square matrix they given. How to calculate adjoint of A? See, suppose A equal to A, B, C, D. So how to write adjoint of A? Nothing but, so very clear. This is plus, minus, minus, plus. It's a transpose. While you are writing cofactors, this is the procedure. Plus, minus, minus, plus we have to write. So this is A11 position. First row, first column if you close means this is D. So first row, second column means this is C. Then this row, first column means this is B. So second row, second column means A. So it's a transpose. This is D minus C. It becomes D minus C. Minus B, A. See, how to write directly adjoint of A? Very clear. Interchange the principal diagonal elements. Interchange the principal diagonal elements. D, A. Change the signs of remaining diagonal elements. Minus D. Change the signs of P and C. So this is the way of writing complete directly adjoint of a square matrix. Next, properties of adjoint of a square matrix. Properties of adjoint of a square matrix. So first one, A into adjoint of A equal to adjoint of A into A equal to determinant of A into IN. So here A into adjoint of A, if you calculate this product, what we should get? Determinant of A into IN. One simple example I am taking. So proof, just a simple example by taking like this some concepts only will prove. Suppose A equal to Aij of order n by n I am taking. So adjoint of A how to calculate? See, adjoint of A how to calculate? transpose of Aij means Aij means cofactors of small aij. So this is also order is n by n. This is adjoint of A. This is A into this is A matrix. Now we have to calculate A into adjoint of A. A into, so adjoint of A we have to calculate. So how to calculate product of two matrices? Product of two matrices means sum of the product of ik, sum of the product of elements of a row and with the corresponding cofactors. So corresponding cofactor means first row, first matrix, second matrix. So first row corresponding elements of second matrix, first column. Rows, columns we have to multiply. So if you observe adjoint of A, how to calculate adjoint of A means in adjoint of A what are the elements here? Aij of order means whole transpose. So this is A. Here number of columns equal to number of rows. So this is adjoint of Ij. So adjoint of Ij are there. So adjoint of Ij will write as this whole transpose. So while you are writing multiplication, so here sum of the adjoint of A I will write here. Adjoint of A whole transpose. So otherwise we'll take this is adjoint of A whose elements are like this means, so directly we'll take like this AKJ, K running from 1 to n. So you observe, suppose K equal to 1 means I1 capital A1J, I equal to J means see here two cases. This is determinant of A whenever I equal to J. This is 0 whenever I is not equal to J, because sum of the product of elements of a row with the corresponding cofactors of same row means that is determinant of A. Sum of the product of elements of one row with other cofactors means 0. So finally what we can write here, A11 means this is determinant of A 0 and so on 0. Then 0 determinant of A 0 and so on 0 determinant of A and so on 0. So like this 0 and so on determinant of A. If you take determinant of A common means, so what will get 1 0. So like that identity matrix will come. So this is IN. So A into adjoint of A is always determinant of A into IN. So like that we have to prove. Next. Similarly, we can prove adjoint of A into A is also same like that only. This is the first property of adjoint of A square matrix. So this is the base only for all the remaining properties. See here. So A into adjoint of A equal to adjoint of A into A equal to determinant of A into IN. Second property. So what is the second property? Determinant of adjoint of A. Determinant of adjoint of A equal to det A whole power n minus 1. We have to prove. See, we are taking this one. So what we have taken, A into adjoint of A equal to determinant of A in. These two I am taking. Taking determinant on both sides, determinant of A into adjoint of A equal to determinant of A into in. So from this, determinant of A into B is there, determinant of A into determinant of adjoint of A, determinant of Ka, determinant of Ka is there, K power n into determinant of A. So this is K power n into determinant of identity matrix. So this is determinant of in means 1 only. So this determinant of K, if you send that side, so this is determinant of K, this is K means determinant of A. So finally determinant of adjoint of A, this number if you send that side means det A whole power n minus 1. So adjoint, determinant of adjoint of A equal to determinant of A whole power n minus 1. So similarly another concept is there, determinant of adjoint of, again adjoint of A is there, so det A whole power n minus 1 whole square. Two adjoints are there, n minus 1 whole square. Suppose three adjoints are there, see, adjoint of A is there, so this is det A whole power n minus 1 whole cube. Three adjoints are there, determinant of A whole power n minus 1 whole cube. Four adjoints are there, determinant of A n minus 1 whole power 4. Next, fifth property, adjoint of A transpose equal to, see, adjoint of A transpose equal to adjoint of A whole transpose we have to prove. So adjoint of A transpose equal to, how to prove means, see here, just we are using this property. So what is this property means, A into, so that is adjoint of A equal to determinant of A into in. So wherever A is there, in that place A transpose we have to replace. Wherever A is there, A transpose. So if I replace wherever A is there, A transpose, see what we got, A transpose into adjoint of A transpose, determinant of A transpose equal to in. Actually what we have to prove, adjoint of A whole transpose. So both sides we are operating adjoint of A whole transpose. See here. So left side adjoint of A whole transpose. So into A transpose into adjoint of A transpose. Determinant of A value, determinant of A transpose value both are same. This is det A only I am taking. Which one we are operating? Adjoint of A whole transpose. So adjoint of A whole transpose into identity matrix. So very clear. What is this formula? See, AB whole transpose equal to B transpose into A transpose. Suppose B transpose A transpose is there, AB whole transpose. See, B transpose A transpose is there. AB whole transpose means A into adjoint of A whole transpose into, this is adjoint of A transpose equal to determinant of A into one matrix into identity means that is adjoint of A whole transpose. So in also you can take as it is, no problem. So from this, see, A into adjoint of A means det A whole power det A into identity matrix. So determinant of A, this is determinant of A into identity matrix. So this is A into adjoint of A whole transpose. So A into adjoint of A, this is also transpose if I take, no problem. So this is adjoint of A transpose det A into adjoint of A whole transpose into identity matrix. See here, Ka whole power transpose means K into A transpose we can write. So Ka whole transpose nothing but K means determinant of A, In whole transpose nothing but In. So this is adjoint of A transpose equal to determinant of A into adjoint of A whole transpose into In. See, right side cancellation, determinant of A cancel. So finally what we left? Adjoint of A transpose equal to adjoint of A whole transpose. So like that we have to prove this property. Next step. Sixth property, adjoint of AB equal to, this is most important, adjoint of AB equal to adjoint of B into adjoint of A. So again we are using this property. See here, A into, so adjoint of A equal to determinant of A into In, identity matrix. Wherever A is there, in that place adjoint of, wherever A is there, in that place AB we are replacing. So what we have to write? This is AB. See, this one how to write? AB into, so this is adjoint of AB equal to determinant of AB into identity matrix. So both sides we are operating adjoint of A. Why I am operating adjoint of A? Because we have to prove adjoint of B into adjoint of A. So this is adjoint of A into, already AB is there. So this is adjoint of AB. Determinant of AB means determinant of A into determinant of B. What we are operating? Adjoint of A operating on both the sides. This is identity matrix. You observe A into adjoint of A into A. What we can write? Determinant of A into In into B as this. So into adjoint of AB. So this is determinant of A into determinant of B into adjoint of A into In. Very clear. Det A In cancel. So finally what we got? B left. So B left means again we are operating with adjoint of B. Adjoint of B. Already B is there. B into, so this is adjoint of AB. So this is determinant of B into adjoint of A. What we are operating? Adjoint of B. Both sides we are operating, left side. Adjoint of B into, so what we left here? Adjoint of A. See, both sides, left side we are operating adjoint of B, adjoint of B. So again, adjoint of A into A type. Adjoint of B into B means determinant of B into In. So this is adjoint of AB equal to det B into adjoint of B into adjoint of A. So determinant of B, so In into adjoint of A cancel will come. So adjoint of AB equal to adjoint of B into adjoint of A. So this is the next property. Next property, adjoint of A power m, m nothing but any natural number it may take. Adjoint of A power m equal to adjoint of A whole power m. Suppose adjoint of A square is there, adjoint of A whole square. A cube is there, adjoint of A whole cube. So this is trivial concept only. Next property, adjoint of Ka. This is most important. So adjoint of Ka equal to k to the power n minus 1 into adjoint of A. See. So again previous property. So what is the previous property? A into adjoint of A equal to determinant of A into identity matrix. Wherever A is there, so what we have to replace? K. So A is there, this is K A into adjoint of K A equal to determinant of K into identity matrix. So from this K into A, what we have to prove? Adjoint of A we have to prove. See here, K into, here A is there. So both sides were operating adjoint of A. See, so both sides if you are operating adjoint of A, here no changes. So adjoint of K A. Determinant of K A means K power n into determinant of A. What we are operating? Adjoint of A. Here also adjoint of A into identity matrix. Operating means multiplying. So from this you observe K into, so what is this one? A into adjoint of A nothing but that A into identity matrix into adjoint of K A we have to take. So this is K power n into determinant of A into adjoint of A into I n. Very clear. Determinant of A cancel, identity matrix same side cancel. So K if you send that side, so finally what we left in the left side? Adjoint of K equal to K power n is there. If you send K this side means by K, so that is K to the power n minus 1 into, so adjoint of A will come. So this is most important result you should remember. Adjoint of K equal to K power n minus 1 into adjoint of A. Next property, adjoint of identity matrix. Adjoint of identity matrix. Adjoint of identity matrix, always identity will come. Whatever adjoint of identity matrix you take, same matrix only will come. So that point we have to remember. Then what is adjoint of null matrix? Nothing but null matrix. Then A is symmetric matrix. Adjoint of A is also symmetric. See here. Next property, A is symmetric. A symmetric means A transpose equal to A. Then what we have to take? Adjoint of A is also symmetric. Whether adjoint of A is symmetric or not, it is enough to prove that adjoint of A whole transpose equal to adjoint of A. So previous property, see, adjoint of A whole transpose equal to, can you write adjoint of A transpose? Yes. So finally adjoint of A transpose value A. So this is, see here, adjoint of A whole transpose equal to adjoint of A. So A is symmetric matrix means adjoint of A is also symmetric matrix. Next. A is singular. A is singular. What is adjoint of A? A is singular means determinant of A equal to 0. So determinant of adjoint of A we have to calculate. So determinant of adjoint of A nothing but det A whole power order minus 1. So determinant of A 0 means nothing but 0. So determinant of adjoint of A equal to 0 means A is a singular matrix. Next. Suppose A is skew symmetric matrix. What is skew symmetric? A transpose equal to minus C. What is adjoint of A? Adjoint of A. So, if it is skew symmetric or not, adjoint of A transpose I am taking. So, this is adjoint of A transpose. So, from this, adjoint of A transpose means minus A. Minus A. So, from this, adjoint of minus A means adjoint of Ka type. See here, adjoint of Ka means, here K means minus 1 into A, K power n minus 1 into adjoint of A. So, this is minus 1 whole power n minus 1 into adjoint of A will come. So, this is depends on n value. N is even means minus adjoint of A. N is odd means adjoint of A. So depends on n only. So n is even number skew symmetric matrix. N is odd number skew symmetric matrix. So you remember like that. So n is odd number. Suppose n equal to 3 if I take. Means order of the matrix is odd number. So how much it is? Minus 1 whole square. This is adjoint of A. So from this, adjoint of A whole transpose equal to adjoint of A will come. So this is symmetric. Suppose n is even. So n is even means 2 minus 1. 2 1 it is minus 1 whole power 1 means 1 minus 1. So this is adjoint of A whole transpose equal to, this is minus will come. So minus adjoint of A. Skew symmetric matrix. So n is even, skew symmetric, n is odd, symmetric matrix. So this is the symmetric and the skew symmetric, they adjoints. Next. What is inverse of a square matrix? Inverse. So inverse of a square matrix, how to define? See, suppose A be a square matrix is said to be invertible. There exists another matrix of the same order B such that AB equal to BA equal to identity matrix. So then B is called inverse of A. So that is A inverse equal to B, or B equal to A inverse. So B equal to A inverse means wherever B is there, A inverse if you replace, what will get? A inverse A equal to identity matrix. This is most important result. So from this result, we are going to prove, see, one result. Suppose A inverse equal to identity. These two I am taking. So taking determinant on both sides, determinant of A inverse equal to determinant of identity matrix. From this, determinant of A into determinant of A transpose, determinant of identity matrix is always 1. What we require? Determinant of A inverse. So determinant of A inverse nothing but 1 divided by determinant of A. This is most important result. So you remember, determinant of A inverse equal to 1 divided by determinant of A. So you remember this concept. Next, Properties of inverse of a square matrix. Properties of inverse of a square matrix. So first property this one only. So that is A inverse equal to A inverse A equal to identity matrix of order n. Next, second one, if we take A inverse whole inverse is itself. Then third one, so third property if you take AB whole inverse equal to AB whole inverse equal to B inverse into A inverse. So AB whole inverse equal to B inverse into A inverse. So just I am taking. So what is the property? A inverse equal to identity matrix. Similarly, just if you prove product of any two matrices is identity means A is invertible, so that is A inverse is nothing but A. So if I am taking, so AB or B inverse into or AB into AB whole inverse equal to identity matrix means wherever A is there, in that place AB I am taking. So just operating both sides with A inverse. See, A inverse into AB. So AB whole inverse. So that is A inverse into identity matrix. So from this A inverse into A into B. So that is AB whole inverse. So from A inverse into A nothing but A inverse. So A inverse into A nothing but identity. Identity into B means B. So that is AB whole inverse nothing but A inverse. Operating with B inverse. So operating with B inverse means B inverse into B. So AB whole inverse equal to B inverse into A inverse. B inverse B means identity. Identity into one matrix means. So finally AB whole inverse equal to B inverse into A inverse. So this is most important. So before that, one for any matrix inverse exists means it must be non-singular square matrix. It must be non-singular square matrix. So inverse exists means compulsory, that is non-singular. So non-singular means, see, A is non-singular if and only if A inverse exists. So what is A inverse means? 1 divided by determinant of A into adjoint of A. So this is most important. A inverse equal to 1 by determinant of A into adjoint of A. Next. AK whole inverse equal to A inverse whole power K. See. A power K whole inverse equal to, that is A inverse whole power K we have to prove. AK whole inverse equal to A inverse whole power K nothing but, you observe, just I am taking A square whole inverse. A square means what we have to write? A into A whole inverse. AB whole inverse means what we have to write? B inverse A inverse. How many A inverses are there? A inverse whole square is there. So A square whole power minus 1 means for A square whole inverse nothing but A inverse whole square. Similarly, A power K whole inverse equal to A inverse whole power K. So A inverse whole power K, where K is some positive integer, like that we have to do. Next. Fifth one. Adjoint of A inverse equal to adjoint of A inverse equal to adjoint of A whole inverse we have to prove. See, A into adjoint of A equal to determinant of A into identity matrix. Wherever A is there, in that place A inverse I am replacing. See, so A inverse into, we have to prove adjoint of A whole inverse, you know. So from this, just operating both sides adjoint of A whole inverse, you observe. Just operating both sides adjoint of A whole inverse. So A into, this is adjoint of A. So both sides adjoint of A whole inverse we have to operate. Adjoint of A inverse equal to, so A into A adjoint of A inverse equal to adjoint of A whole inverse. Okay. A inverse equal to adjoint of A whole inverse, nothing but this is determinant of A whole inverse. So from this, actually what we have to prove, adjoint of A inverse equal to adjoint of A whole inverse we have to prove. Next property, adjoint of A inverse equal to adjoint of A whole inverse we have to prove. So how to prove means, what is the previous concept? A into adjoint of A equal to determinant of A into IN. Wherever A is there, in that place A inverse I am taking. A inverse. So A inverse, this is adjoint of A inverse, that is equal to like this. So you observe, what we have to prove, adjoint of A whole inverse. So operating both sides with adjoint of A inverse. See, adjoint of A whole inverse, here already, so adjoint of A inverse, determinant of A inverse means 1 by determinant of A. So here what we are operating, adjoint of A whole inverse into identity matrix. See here, both sides just multiplying with adjoint of A whole inverse. So from this, you observe A, B whole inverse is there. We can write B inverse into A inverse. So B inverse into A inverse is there. So we can write adjoint of A into A whole inverse we have to write. If you merge these two. So from this, what we got, adjoint of A inverse 1 by determinant of A. Adjoint of A inverse into identity matrix, nothing but adjoint of A, you write as this, no problem. Next, from this, adjoint of A into A means determinant of A into IN. So this is determinant of A into IN whole inverse into adjoint of A inverse equal to 1 divided by determinant of A. So adjoint of A whole inverse equal to IN. So determinant of A whole inverse means 1 by determinant of A. Identity matrix inverse means identity only. So adjoint of A inverse. So 1 by determinant of A, adjoint of A whole inverse equal to identity. See, identity matrix cancel. 1 divided by determinant of A. Finally, what we left? Adjoint of A inverse equal to adjoint of A whole inverse. We got this relation. Next. Next property, what is the inverse of a diagonal matrix? Suppose A equal to A 0 0 0 B 0 0 C. Then what is A inverse means? Inverse of the principal diagonal elements. So A inverse means 1 by A 0 0, 1 by B 0 0, 1 by C, like that we have to calculate. Inverse of a diagonal of a square matrix. Next, if A is symmetric, A inverse is also symmetric. Next concept, A is symmetric, A transpose equal to A. Its inverse is also symmetric. See, what we have to prove, A inverse whole transpose equal to A inverse means A is also symmetric. Just previous concept. A inverse whole transpose equal to A transpose whole inverse. A transpose nothing but A. Again we got A inverse only. So A inverse is also means A inverse is also symmetric. So A is symmetric means its inverse is also symmetric matrix. Then if A is skew symmetric matrix, A transpose equal to minus A. A is skew symmetric matrix means of order odd. So determinant of a skew symmetric matrix is always 0 if the order is odd. So A inverse means A inverse does not exist. When if A is skew symmetric matrix of order odd is there, does not exist. Then A is triangular means A inverse is also triangular matrix. So these are the properties of inverse of a square matrix. One more point you have to remember. What is Ka whole inverse? Yesterday we discussed Ka whole inverse equal to A inverse divided by K. Ka whole inverse equal to A inverse divided by K. If you want to prove, see here, what is the formula? A inverse equal to identity matrix. Wherever A is there in that place, Ka I am taking. So wherever A is there in that place, Ka. So A is there, so Ka. A is there, this is Ka whole inverse. Nothing but identity matrix. Just operating both sides with A inverse. So A inverse into this A into Ka whole inverse equal to A inverse into identity matrix. So A inverse, A means identity. Identity into this matrix means K into Ka whole inverse equal to, that is A inverse. What we need? Only Ka whole inverse, nothing but A inverse divided by K. So that is the point you have to remember. Next, one more. Adjoint of A inverse nothing but A means adjoint of A inverse nothing but A divided by determinant of A. So this point also you have to remember.